actually is a threaded binary tree. So given some tree like A, B, C, D, E, F, these are some nodes of a tree, and this is drawn in the form of actual nodes, because every node contains three information: the actual information, actual data part, the left link part, and the right link part. Left link will point to the left subtree, right link will point to the right subtree. Left link will point to the left subtree, right link will point to the right subtree. So given this tree are the pointers. Left link, it is the pointer location. This is also a pointer location. This is also a pointer, is nothing but address. This is also an address. This is also one address. This is also one address. But what about addresses here in the last level? If you can see here, there is no address here in the last level. Last level is containing no address. It is going to contain null value /0 null. Nothing is stored here. Nothing is stored here. Null. Here also nothing is stored. /0 /0. If you can see here, nothing is being stored in these memory locations. Null values are getting stored in these memory locations. There is no information. When you consider this left link, there is one information. What is that information? It has a pointer to the next node. When you consider this location, what it has pointer to the next node called E. It has address of next node. Similarly, when you consider node C, it has address of F. When you consider this node right subtree of address G, that means some information is stored here. Here also some useful information is stored. Address of this node. Here also some useful information is stored. What is that? Address of this node. So once we have some useful information in these nodes, that is okay. But when you consider at the last level, because null, everywhere null is stored. Why? Because there are no nodes. D is not having any subtrees, E is not having any subtrees, F is not having any subtrees, and G is not having any subtrees. There are no children for these nodes. Obviously, the left link, right link for D is null, and all the last level nodes are having null values for their left subtree and right subtree. And here, unnecessarily memory is getting wasted by storing null values. Unnecessarily memory is getting wasted by storing null values. Now, when you can see, the null values are occupying the memory which is of no use. We will not be, it will not be useful for us for storing the null values. But with the help of threads, we can make use of these memory locations. That means, how we were traversing till now? We were traversing all these trees in the forward direction, that is in the downward direction. We were able to traverse the trees only in the downward direction. That means, given the address of A, we can go to B and C. Given the address of B, we can go to D and E. Given the address of C, we can go to F and G. But given the address of G, see, assume directly I am giving you address of G. We cannot go back to A. We cannot go back to A. It is not possible. So this is not possible. Given the address of any children, you cannot go back to parent. But from the parent, we can come back to child. So that is what is disadvantage of the normal trees. So what are the two disadvantages that we have studied? First disadvantage is unnecessarily memory is getting wasted. One thing. Another thing, we can only perform traversals in downward direction. We cannot perform traversals in upward directions. That is what is disadvantage. So this is possible. What is possible? Upward movement is possible when we save the addresses of some other node in the tree here at these locations. So what I can do here is, instead of storing null values here, instead of storing null values in these locations, I will store some useful information. What is that useful information? Address of some node in the hierarchy. Store address of some node in the hierarchy. So what I will do here is, instead of storing null here, we will make it to point to node A. Similarly, instead of storing null here, take it and make it to point to node C. That means some node, some kind of upward movement is possible here. We are making use of a ladder. You must have used the snake and ladder game, right? Just correlate with that. So once you get some chance to move upward, directly you can move, you can climb the ladder and go to the top place. Same way, what we are trying to do here is we are trying to make use of the addresses which are locations which are freely available. Instead of storing null, what I will do, I will store the address of A here, nothing but we will store the address of some node which is existing in the hierarchy, some top level node which is present in the hierarchy. With that, what happens, when you know the address of B, I can go back to A and again you can perform the traversal. That is possible. From the node E, you can go back to node C. That means from the any node, you can store the addresses of some previous nodes in the top level hierarchy. That is what is help of the thread. And these things are called as threads. So what are threads? Threads are the replacing entities for the null values in the nodes. Instead of storing null values, some unnecessary the memory wasting, instead of wasting the memory location unnecessarily, we can store addresses of some nodes in the top hierarchy. Then these are called as threads. And a tree with such threads is called as a threaded binary tree. And the tree with such threads is called as a threaded binary tree. So we have seen what actually is a thread and what actually is a threaded binary tree. What actually is a threaded binary tree and thread. So are you connected with me till now? Can someone respond? Is audio and video, are they getting synchronized?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to get properly the things? Can you hear my voice properly?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Someone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right? Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thread. We have studied about thread and the tree which contains such threads is called as a threaded binary tree. So threads are known to us and threaded binary trees are known to us. Now let us go back to this scenario. This is what is disadvantage which I have discussed. Disadvantages of original trees, and to overcome that we can make use of the threads. So now let us study the definition. Definition also I have explained you. In a binary tree, please concentrate, in a binary tree, more than 50% of the link fields have null values. In a binary tree, that now I have explained you with the help of the diagram just now. In a binary tree, more than 50% of the link fields have null values and more space is wasted by the presence of null values. So that is true, which I have explained just now. More space is wasted by the presence of null values. Full point. These link fields which contain null characters can be replaced by address of nodes in the tree. These null fields can be replaced by address of some nodes in the tree which facilitate upward movement. So please concentrate here. These null values, if these null values are replaced by address of some node which facilitate upward movement, that means movement from low level node to the high level node, movement from low level node to the high level node, right? In the tree. So if they are replaced by some nodes in the tree which facilitate the upward movement in the tree, these extra links which contain address of some nodes are called threads. These links are called as threads. These links, whatever I have shown in blue color, these links are called as threads. And the tree is termed as the threaded binary tree. So when you have such tree, that is called as a threaded binary tree. That is called as a threaded binary tree. So there are three types of threaded binary trees for corresponding all the three types of traversals. That is, for in-order traversal, in-threaded binary tree can be created. For post-order traversal, post-threaded binary tree can be created. For pre-order traversal, pre-threaded binary tree can be created. That means for everything, the traversal of trees is mandatory. For everything, the traversal of binary tree is compulsory. So I'll be taking first the in-threaded binary tree, the first one I'll be discussing. The remaining two are very same. Only thing is the traversal is different. Only thing is traversal is different. You must be able to write for in-threaded binary tree, you should write the in-order traversal first, then write the remaining procedure. And for other two, first write post-order, then write the pre-order traversal. Right? So let us define the in-threaded binary tree now. First one, in-threaded binary tree. That means we should concentrate on in-order traversal. In a binary tree, if left link of any node contains null, and if it is replaced by address of in-order predecessor, then the resulting tree is called left in-threaded binary tree. And the resulting tree is called left in-threaded binary tree. So don't worry if you are not following, I'll explain you the diagram. In a binary tree, if left link of any node contains null, we have seen the null, the nodes containing null values. If it is containing null, instead of storing null, we want to store something else. What is that? If it is replaced by address of in order predecessor, that means you have to write in order traversal, in order predecessor, then the resulting tree is called left in threaded binary tree. The resulting tree is called left in threaded binary tree. I'll take this example. This tree A, B, D, right? So with this tree, so header node acts as a header node, which is useful for last node, because where the last node should point, that will point to the header node. In between first node and the last node, there will be one header node. So consider this tree. So this is what is the same tree, which again I will tell you not to get confused. A, B, C. B has a left subtree D. Then C has two children, E and F. E has one children, that is that G. The same tree I have drawn here like this, right? So now I'll erase this. I understood what actually is the tree. Now, given this tree, you should be able to write first which one we are defining. We are defining in-threaded binary tree. What we are defining? We are defining left in-threaded binary tree. Because in-threaded we are defining, first you have to define left in-threaded binary tree, then right in-threaded binary tree. Combination of both left and right is called as in-threaded binary tree. Right? So let us first see what is left in-threaded binary tree. Let us see first what is left in-threaded binary tree. So for that purpose, you should take the tree and write the traversal. You should take the tree and write the traversal. So this is what is my tree, and let us write the in-order traversal for this. So start from the root node. What is the in-order traversal? What the procedure of in-order traversal says? Left. First you have to go left, then root will come in between, then we will get the right subtree. Left, root, right. We'll get left, root, right. Right? Now, to write the in-order traversal, from the root node start. First, you should not process this. First, you should go to the left subtree and process it. So, whenever you are present here, I'll just erase this root node. And we'll start from the first row. As it is root node, go to left subtree first. Whenever you are present here, go to left subtree first. Whenever you are present here, go to left subtree, which is not there. Come back and process the root node. That means D is printed first. In-order traversal is written here already. D is printed first. Then you process the root node P. Then you come back and process the node what? Which node? Root node A. Now after processing the left subtree and root node, now you have to process the entire right subtree. Now you have to process the entire right subtree. So whenever you are present here at the node C, descend down towards left. Why? Because first you have to process the left subtree. And whenever you are present here at node E, process the left subtree. Left subtree is not there. After left, you have to process root right. Left, root right. Left is not there, root and right. That means E and G is processed. So after this entire left subtree, now I will process the root node. So root node C is processed. Then I process the node F because that is right subject. The same procedure we have followed, left, root, right. So for everything, whatever we do, we should know properly about the pre-order traversals. The three types of traversals: pre-order traversal, in-order traversal, and post-order traversal. Right? So once we have the traversal, now the things are different. Once we have the traversal, what you have to do? So traversal, you know already how we have got the traversal now. So whenever we have the traversal, these, wherever you are present here, for the node A, all these nodes which are present at the left side of node A, they are called as predecessors. They are called as predecessors. And all the nodes for any given node present to the right side of that node, they are called as successors. So these terms you should know. First, you should be able to write the traversal. Once you have written the traversal, for any given node, all the nodes which are coming to the left of that, they are called as predecessors. All the nodes which are coming to the right of that, they are called as successors. So return the traversal, we know what is predecessor and we know what is successor. So these things are known now. Now let us see what is left in threaded binary tree. Let us see what is left in threaded binary tree. So let us come to the definition. In a binary tree, if left link of any node contains null and if it is replaced by, see, given in this binary tree, left link of any node is null. Is there any left link which is null? See here, for this node, left link is null here. Here also left link is null. Only we are concentrating on left link now. Left link is null and left link is null. So 4 left links are there which are null now, which are containing null values. Right? Now you have understood what is a left link. Left link, if any node which contains the null. If left link contains null, that is available, null. If it is replaced by address of in order predecessor. In order means you should write in order traversal. Already we have written. We have written in order traversal. For the in order traversal, you should obtain predecessor. For the in order traversal, you should obtain predecessor of that node. If it is replaced by address of in order predecessor, then the resulting tree is called left in threaded binary tree. Why it is left in threaded binary tree? Because we are considering left link. We are considering left link. Why in? We are considering in order traversal threaded binary trees, left in threaded binary trees. That means null must be replaced by address of in order predecessor. Address of in order predecessor. So this will be clear now. I'll be explaining with a different ink. So left link is null. Left link of D is null. Left link of E is also null. Left link of G is also null. Left link of F is also null. Now this is what is in order traversal. Right? For D, what is in order predecessor? In order traversal is available here. What is predecessor of D? What is node which is present before D? There is no node which is present before D. That means D is pointing to header node. D will point by default to header node. Here, this is already here drawn here, but I will try to change in the same tree so that you can understand. Right? What is predecessor of D? In order predecessor. Predecessor means left. Whenever you are going for left, you should consider left link. Whenever you are going for successor, you should consider right link. That's it. So before D, which node is there? Nothing is there. That means you copy to the point to the header node. Next, which left link is null? Left link of E is also null. Where it should point now? It should point to in order predecessor. In the in order traversal, what is predecessor of E? What is predecessor of E? Predecessor of E is A. So predecessor of E is A. Somewhere it is not written here. In order traversal of E. right, in order traversal of E is A, so it should point back to the A. Next, coming to next tree, left subtree, left link of G is also null. It should point to in order predecessor. Here, E is in order predecessor of E is what? A. Before E, which node is there? A. That means this should point to A. Alright. Next, left link of G is also null. Before G, which node is there? E. I'll erase this. Before G, which node is there? E. That means left link of G should point to E. Right? Is there any other node which is containing null? Left link null. Left link of F is null. Left link of F is null. What is predecessor of F? That means which is the node which is coming before F. C is the node which is coming before F. That means take this pointer and make it point here. Now this is what is left in threaded binary tree. The left link which are containing null, they are replaced by address of in order predecessor. In the in order traversal, take the predecessor and make them to point there. This is what is completely written now. This is what is left in threaded binary tree. Similarly, we will write the right in threaded binary tree. Left in threaded binary tree is written now. So what is left in threaded binary tree? If the left links are null and if they are replaced by address of in order predecessor. Left link predecessor, right link successor. Now for right in threaded binary tree, you have to consider the successor. If in a binary tree, if R link of any node contains null and if it is replaced by address of in order successor. For left link predecessor, for right link successor. Right link, if it is replaced by address of in order successor, then the resulting tree is called as right in threaded binary tree. Then the tree is called as right in threaded binary tree. So let us take the sample tree and change it. This is here, it is already written. I will take this blue ink only for explanation purpose. Right? Now, in the original tree, the right link of D is null. Right? Right link of B is null. See here, this is null. Right link of B is also null. Right link of G is also null. Right link of F is also null. So 4 right links are null, empty, which are unnecessarily occupying the memory. Now we will try to store address of in order successor in that. Now right link of D is null. Instead of storing null, make it to point to in order successor. What is successor of D in the in order traversal? You see the in order traversal, which is the node which is coming after D. After D, B is coming. That means D should point to B. D should point to B. That is R thread. D should point to B. Now, is there any other null? Where null is there? Yes, for B null we have. B. What is the next node of B? Next node of B is A. That means in the successor of B is A. So B should point to A. What is successor of F? Which is the node after F? After F there is no node. That means we will point to the header node. Which is next node of G? Successor of G is C. Next node of G is C. So G should point to C. The right link of G should point to C. Now this is what is right in threaded binary tree. This is what is right in threaded binary tree. So what is right in threaded binary tree? In a binary tree, if right link of any given node is null, and if it is replaced by address of in order successor, then the resulting tree is called as right in threaded binary tree. So we have replaced all the right links which are null by the address of their successors, and now this has become right in threaded binary tree. This is what is left in threaded binary tree. So left in threaded we have studied and right in threaded we have studied. The combination of the two, an in threaded binary tree is the one, or in order threading of the binary tree is the one which is both left in threaded and right in threaded. A combination of the two, which is both left in threaded and right in threaded, that is called as in threaded binary tree. So here is the figure D. We can see the figure D, which is combination of both. That means all the left links are pointing to their previous nodes. All the right links are pointing to their next node. That's it. That is what is in threaded binary tree. That is, all the left links are pointing to predecessors. All the right links are pointing to successors. Say for example, I'll explain it once again. Please concentrate in 2 minutes. So this is in order traversal, which is previous node of D, header node. So previous node of D is pointing to header node, which is previous node of B. That must contain null wherever we have null. So first I will complete all the left, which is previous node of F. Previous node of F is C. You parallelly see the traversal here. Directly I am drawing, you see the traversal. Previous node of F is C, it is pointing to C. Previous node of G is what? E, it is pointing to E. Previous node of E is what? A, so it is pointing to A. Now let us come to the successors. What is successor of D? Successor of D is B, so D is pointing to B. That is right link of D is pointing to B. What is successor of B? Successor of B is A, so right link of B is pointing to A. What is successor of G? Successor of G is C, so right link of G will point to C. What is successor of F? Successor of F is not there, so it will point to the header node. So successor of F is pointing to header node. Now combination of both left in threaded and right in threaded, that is what is our in threaded binary tree. So this is the first thing what we have said, threaded binary tree, and threaded binary tree is learnt, and every concepts are we have studied about in threaded binary tree now, and the whole explanation is same for other two also. Post in threaded binary tree and pre in threaded binary tree. Only thing is traversal is different. That's it. Here we have written in order traversal, and for other two we will write post order traversal and pre order traversal, and whole procedure is same. The whole procedure is same. That's it. So in this class we have studied about threaded binary trees, specifically in threaded binary tree, and the explanation is same for the other two types also. For the other two types also. But only thing is you have to write their post order traversal and pre order traversal.